are the most famous cat and mouse of all time. They've been going on adventures for almost 80 years. Welcome to Comicpedia, the page we discuss all comics. In this episode, we will try to document the full history of creation of Tom and Jerry. Before we start, we would like to mention that all rights reserved to their respectful owners. All alterations to the panel are to protect us under fair use. Tom and Jerry cartoons were created late 30s by Joseph Barbera. The renowned cartoonist was contacted by MGM Cartoon Studios in the late of 1930s, following to their financial disaster upon the cartoons Captain and the Kids. Barbera was paired with William Hanna, and together they started working on a cartoon project under the name Puss Gets the Boots. To Hanna, the idea was not original enough, yet the production finished late 1939 and got a theatrical release February 10, 1940. The original plot was about a great tabby under the name of Jasper and a mouse under the name of Jinx. Like all great ideas, the short were faced with criticism. Not long after, Hanna and Barbera stopped making the project and went on making different kind of movies like Pooch 1941. The pessimistic attitude toward the cat and mouse duo changed when the cartoon became favorite. The short was also nominated for Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science 1941, which made MGM Studio relaunch their cat and mouse project under the new name Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry name was suggested by John Carr and won $50 for it. 1941, Tom and Jerry made a comeback with the Midnight Snack cartoon, which nominated to 13 Oscar awards for Best Short Animation and won 7. With the television becoming popular in the 1950s, box office revenue decreased for theatrical films. MGM realized that their re-release of the old cartoon was as much money as the new ones. The studio closed the animation studio in 1957. After producing 114 shorts for Hanna-Barbera Tom and Jerry. The last was Tot Watchers, released on August 1, 1958. Hanna and Barbera will later establish their own television animation studio, Hanna and Barbera Production 1957, which went on to produce hit TV shows such like The Flintstones, Yogi Bear, and Scooby-Doo. 1961, MGM revived Tom and Jerry franchise, contracted with European animation studio Rembrandt. Together, they produced 13 Tom and Jerry shorts in Czechoslovakia. The small production company was responsible for producing all 13 episodes, post-production and pre-production, animation, and plotting. The episodes were hugely criticized by their poor animation, poor backgrounds, and slapstick plots. The cartoon also faced racism claims regarding the character Mammy, which was replaced later by Clint Clobber. Tom and Jerry male owner was appeared in 3 episodes of the history of Tom and Jerry, starting Down and Outing, then Hide and Seek episode, and ending with Sorry Safari episode. For the finishing of the 13 episodes, the contract was not renewed, and the contract was ended with Carmen Gets It episode 1962. With this intro, Chuck Jones started his own take with Tom and Jerry cartoons with MGM Animation Visual Arts, same studios that presented us How the Grinch Stole Christmas in 1966 and Horton Hears a Who 1970. Chuck Jones's Tom had sharper features, pointy ears, long body and tail, thick eyebrows, and light gray color, while Jerry became much cuter with big eyes and big ears. Tom and Jerry was televised 1965 with much more editing to the episode. Mammy Two Shoes was replaced by a Caucasian lady or a teenager. 1975, Hanna-Barbera claimed the rights of Tom and Jerry, and they televised it along with Gray Babe and the Bumblebee cartoon under the name of Tom and Jerry Show on ABC Network. the character became non-violent pals who went on adventures together. Hanna-Barbera met the rules against violence in child TV programs. 1980s, Funimation started producing Tom and Jerry episode under the name of Tom and Jerry Comedy Show with Drewby. The episodes were child-friendly and non-violent also, and they ended 1982. In 1990, Tom and Jerry Kids aired on TV, with much childish feature to the character and much childish cartoons. In 2001, a short was produced under the name of Tom and Jerry The Mansion Cat, where Barbera recorded the part of Tom's owner. Later, Barbera will produce a new Tom and Jerry short under the name of Karate Guard, and the anniversary of 65 years of Tom and Jerry. Not long after Barbera's death, Warner Brothers will produce a new series for Tom and Jerry under the name of Tom and Jerry Tales. The year of 2003, the cartoon lasted until 2008, until it was off air. The year of 2012, Cartoon Network aired a new episode for Tom and Jerry, each with 11 minutes. 1931, there was a short under the name of Tom and Jerry about two friends who go on adventures together. The slapstick comedy lasted till 1933. In 1950, the cartoon was renamed Dick and Larry Adventures, to avoid mix-up with Tom and Jerry cartoons. Now, Dick and Larry cartoons are all published in public domains. The first Tom and Jerry feature-length movie was produced in 1992. But Tom and Jerry made a live-action appearance with Frank Sinatra, with Jerry playing the Sad King in Anchors Away, the year 1945. Also, they made another appearance in 1953. In regard to comics, Tom and Jerry made their first appearance in comics in Our Gang Comics number 37. They lasted until Our Gang Comics 38, and after that, they feature in a comic called Our Gang with Tom and Jerry, published by Dell Comics and started in 1947. The publication lasted till 1949. That's when Tom and Jerry gets their own comics, starting number 60 until number 212, 1962. Dell Comics then will join forces with Golden Key Comics to produce Tom and Jerry comics. They started with the issue of 213 until the issue of 327 of the year 1980. That's when Whiteman Comic purchased the right to publish Tom and Jerry comics with the issue of 328 until of the year 1984. And that was our episode about the full history of Tom and Jerry. I hope you like it. Please support us by pushing that like button and subscribe, and please follow us on our social media, Facebook and Instagram. This is Comicpedia. Thank you for your time.